Good evening, boys and girls. Happy St. Patty's Day. I don't know what happened. The day got away from me at 7 o'clock already. I wanted to share something special that a tradition in my family when I was young like you guys. My grandparents came from Ireland, and the favorite thing to always enjoy on St. Patrick's Day is a boiled dinner with cabbage, which is one of my favorites, and it's so good for you. Okay, and here is my corned beef, potatoes, onions, parsnips, and we are going to eat that as soon as I read you guys a nice little St. Patty's Day story. All right? I hope you guys have had a very busy day and very productive. I've seen lots of amazing pictures of you guys staying busy and with your brothers and sisters and parents. Your teachers have been so busy finding really great things that they know you guys will enjoy. And of course, they miss you terribly. I miss you guys terribly. So anyways, I'm really happy to see pictures of you guys having fun, okay? Because my goodness, we have fun at Hollis Preschool, don't we, guys? All right, I miss you very much, but okay, for now, I think you're going to really like this story. I remember reading it when I worked in Merrimack in the public school, and it's a very cute story about what a leprechaun is. All right, some people might say a leprechaun is very sneaky or good or bad. Well, you know what? I think this is very sweet, and I hope you enjoy it, okay? I do not have a hard copy of the book, so I actually found a cute audio on it. All right, I really want to read them myself, but I thought this was cute, and I didn't have it, and neither did the Brookline Library. So anyways, here we go. All right, guys, here we go.
The Story of the Leprechaun by Catherine Tegan, illustrated by Sally Ann Lambert. A little man about 2 feet tall lived under a large tree by a stream. You could easily find him by listening for the tap, tap, tap of his hammer. The little man was a shoemaker. He spent his days making shoes that were green, gold, and lavender. Some with pointy toes and some with high heels, for the people who lived nearby, and for the fairies who lived in the woods. The people knew he was a leprechaun, for there were many fairies like him who lived outside villages. The people paid the leprechaun with pieces of gold for the shoes that he cobbled. The fairy shoes were made of satin, and they were tiny. The fairies brought their gold to the leprechaun too. The leprechaun needed a place to keep his gold. He was a bit of a miser, so he didn't like to spend his money. An old metal pot became the perfect place for all of his wealth. His shoes were so prized that soon his pot of gold was overflowing. One day, a man named Tim came to the leprechaun shop by the tree. He wanted a pair of shoes that would be violet blue with thick heels. As he was describing the shoes to the leprechaun, Tim spied the pot of gold. Tim knew that if he could capture the leprechaun, he would be granted 3 wishes, because leprechauns are magic. "I'll come back in a few days to collect my shoes," said Tim. The leprechaun was no fool. He knew what the man was really after. He buried his pot of gold in a field filled with berry bushes. A few days later, Tim came back and the leprechaun gave him the violet blue shoes. But when the leprechaun turned to hide his payment, he was snatched from behind. The leprechaun could not escape. Now Tim could get what he wanted. For my first wish, I want you to show me where the pot of gold is hidden. For my second wish, I want 100 pairs of shoes. And for my third wish, I want 3 more wishes. The leprechaun said, I can grant you the first 2 wishes, but the third wish is a greedy trick and cannot be granted. The leprechaun brought Tim to the field and pointed to the spot where the gold was buried. Tim had no shovel to dig with, so he marked the spot with a stick and a shoe. He would come back later. When Tim returned, he could not believe his eyes. There were 200 sticks with 200 shoes all over the field. It was leprechaun magic. Tim dug many holes in the field, but he couldn't find the spot where the pot of gold was buried. After a few hours, he gave up. When he tried to collect the shoes, each one disappeared. The leprechaun had tricked him. The leprechaun needed to find a better place to hide his gold. He knew that rainbows were magic. You could never tell where one ended, and if he buried his gold at the end of one, only he would know how to find it again. So that is what he did. People still try to find his gold, but they never will. Listen for the sound of the leprechaun, tap, 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 as he cobbles his shoes. Perhaps if you find him, and if you are very nice to him, he will grant you a wish. Thanks for joining me today. Please like the...
Oh, that was good, guys. What did you think of that? I want you to tell Mommy and Daddy what you think of that. That little leprechaun had all of his gold. He was a hard worker, okay? That was very good, right? Saved all of his gold, kept it from everybody. But a good leprechaun, okay? So I am going to sign off for this evening, and I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. I've had a couple requests, so wait and see what story time is about tomorrow night. But I hope you have a very nice, snuggly sleep tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? I miss you all. Love you. Bye, guys.